Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy John Wong here, back again with another video. And today, well, my girlfriend got me a pair of sneakers that I've been talking about a lot on my channel. Alright, as always, before I begin today's video, if you guys haven't seen my most recent video where I go over things I've noticed about sneakers in 2026, make sure to go check that out afterwards. But in today's video, we're going over another pair of sneakers that, again, my girlfriend got for me, so shout out to her. Now, I've been talking about this pair of sneakers on my channel for a while now. I even did a review on 2 pairs of these. However, back when I did the video, those weren't my pairs. I did them for my girlfriend's pairs. This time around, I finally have my own pair. So it's pretty cool because I actually got those pairs for my girlfriend and then she got this pair for me. So anyways, this is finally my personal pair of this sneaker. I can finally have it and wear it and show you guys what they look like on feet. So with that being said, let's take the sneakers out of the mailer. As you guys can see, we do have a Puma box. Now, I've never had a pair of Pumas ever in my life before. And for those of you guys that have been on my channel for a while now, for the last couple of months to be exact, I've been talking about this sneaker a lot. And that is because this sneaker has been in trend for the last couple of years. So with that being said, let me pop open the box in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got the wrapping paper. And let's show off the wrapping paper in 3, 2, 1. Sheesh! Yes, sir! As you guys can see, we do have the Puma Speedcats in this navy colorway. So again, I've never owned anything from Puma before, let alone sneakers. Puma has just not really been one of the more popular sneaker brands that a lot of people go to when it comes to buying shoes. So growing up, I didn't really go to Puma often. I feel like a lot of Pumas were often sitting on shelves. They were in those department stores. No one really cared too much about Puma. However, within the last couple of years, Puma has just made a huge comeback, especially with their Puma Speedcats. I feel like after a whole bunch of different collaborations and a lot of endorsements from celebrities such as Rosé, Puma has kind of come back. And I'm pretty sure after all the different collaborations, especially with LaMelo Ball and his basketball sneakers, Puma has gotten popular once again. Now, I feel like when I look at Puma as a brand, I get a lot of nostalgia for like the early 2000s or even like the late 90s. I wasn't even around back then. But I feel like now that with like the whole vintage aesthetic, with the whole like bringing old sneakers back into trend, Puma just fits in perfectly. Now again, I did a sneaker review on a couple of pairs of Puma Speedcats last summer, so if you guys want to check that out, make sure to go over there. But at the time, basically, my girlfriend wanted a pair of Speedcats. For her birthday, I decided to gift her not 1, but 2 different colorways of them. So I wanted to give her the black pair, which was safe, and I wanted to give her a red pair, which was basically like that statement piece. Now, I know in that sneaker review, I said that Puma Speedcats are mainly popular when it comes to girls' fashion. However, I did have someone in the comments correct me, saying that when Puma Speedcats were first made, they were made for professional race car drivers. So I can see why that's the case. Basically, like this whole midsole right here is so thin. When you are driving a car and you're stepping on the gas, it's easy for you to feel the pedal. So yes, I stand corrected that the Puma Speedcats are not a girl sneaker. Honestly, in today's age, I feel like I see a lot more girls wearing Puma Speedcats as opposed to guys. So I just wanted to clarify that. So for about a year now, I've seen my girlfriend rock her pairs of Speedcats, and it's left myself wondering, should I get a pair of my own? Now, I'll be honest, the Puma Speedcats are not a pair of shoes that I would ultimately gravitate towards if I walked into a sneaker store. I don't really love the silhouette, and honestly, it does look a lot different to the other sneakers that I own, which are Jordans or more comfortable running sneakers. This is something new that I've never experienced before, but I feel like as a sneakerhead, my job is to try out every sneaker out there, especially if it's popular and a lot of people like them. Now, it's not being a hype beast, that's different, but rather I'm trying to experience everything about shoes and about footwear. If this sneaker is as popular as everyone says it is, then I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice if I am not getting myself a pair. It took me a long time. I was very hesitant. I kept asking her, should I get myself a pair? I looked at the navy pair and I thought that this one was probably the best colorway for me, but I kept hesitating. Just last week, however, she did surprise me with this pair. Basically, I couldn't decide if I wanted to get this, and she wanted me to experience what Puma Speedcats were like, so she decided to gift me a pair. She got the colorway I wanted, she got my size. This is literally the perfect gift that anyone can possibly give to a sneakerhead. Now, I love when people buy me shoes. I just feel like that's speaking my love language. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting everyone to buy me sneakers. However, when it comes to my girlfriend, just her knowing that sneakers make me happy and her buying me a pair, you know, that just means a lot to me. But yeah, now that I have my own pair, I finally get to talk about the Puma Speedcats with you guys. I mean, the best part about the sneaker is that it only costs like $100. And again, for $100, that's pretty rare in today's market. I feel like it's hard to find a really nice pair of sneakers for so cheap. And yes, today $100 is very cheap for shoes. You can't get a pair of sneakers without dropping like $150 nowadays. But when it comes to the Puma Speedcats, you're getting like a premium feel. You're getting a suede sneaker and it's costing you $100, sometimes even less. So every time people ask me what's a sneaker that I should consider getting when I'm on a budget, I'm gonna tell you that it's the Puma Speedcats. It's trending, it's affordable, and the quality on these are super amazing. So why not hop on the Speedcat wave? Now, I know that there are other sneaker brands that are a little more popular when it comes to the hype, like Nike, New Balance, Asics, Adidas. However, Puma is honestly the sleeper in the sneaker community. All right, so first off, on the upper, we do have a suede construction throughout. Basically, the suede is really smooth, and I love just how rich it feels. You can literally run your fingers across it and you can see the marks that it leaves. That's how you know that a suede is very smooth and hydrated. And again, for $100, you're getting a suede quality sneaker that is very rare. A lot of other sneakers that cost like $100, they'll come in like leather, but a very like cheap kind of leather that's gonna crease easily. But if we transition over to the toe box of the sneaker, we actually have the Puma logo that is embroidered in white. Now, I love embroidered details in a sneaker as opposed to screen printing because you can tell that there is a lot of care and effort that goes into the stitching in embroidering. Now, moving over to the toe area, we have what appears to be a W shape. Now, this is pretty common when it comes to late 90s or early 2000s canvas sneakers. We see this a lot in Adidas shoes, but Puma Speedcats are also seen with this pattern as well. Now, moving over to the tongue area, we do have a standard pair of navy laces. Nothing too special, but again, it matches the rest of the colorway to the sneaker. Now, our tongue also features a suede construction as well. However, on the top of the tongue, we do have the Puma logo that is debossed into the sneaker in white. Now, moving over to the side profile of the sneaker, this is where we also have some Puma branding as well. We have this little wavy texture right here that's commonly seen in basically all of Puma's lifestyle sneakers. Now, this is in white, but it's also in the suede construction once again. Now, moving over to the back profile of the sneaker, this is where we have our Puma logo once again that is debossed in white. Now, I wanted to talk about the heel tab as well. Basically, we have this U-shaped texture right here, which is pretty interesting as opposed to having a regular tab. This time we have what appears to be like a divot into the shoe. And then moving over to the insoles of the sneaker, we have an Ortholite insole. This is basically all the technology and all the comfort that comes from the sneaker. Because the sneaker's midsole is so thin and basically connects to the outsole, there's basically no foam or padding or any kind of comfort when it comes to the sneaker itself. So it definitely relies on the comfort of the insoles just because Ortholite technology is very responsive. It's almost like memory foam. However, even though we have a really nice quality insole, this is still not the most comfortable sneaker out there. You're actually gonna feel very close to the ground, which is gonna be a very interesting feeling for many people that's used to like the most cushion kind of shoes out there. But nonetheless, this is not gonna be a sneaker where you're gonna regret buying. And then like I said before, we do have a very thin midsole. And then transitioning over to the outsoles of the sneaker, this is where we have our all black rubber outsole with the Puma logo in the middle in white. Again, the bottom of the sneaker is very thin and it's gonna be very different in comparison to the other sneakers out there that have like huge stacks. Nonetheless, I still recommend this sneaker to anyone that asks me because this is a pretty cool shoe in 2026. Honestly, if I were to recommend a sneaker to anyone for this year, it would have to be the Puma Speedcats. As you guys can see, this sneaker is pretty minimal. I mean, there's not a lot going on here, but at the same time, the sneaker also packs a statement for anyone that's wearing them. All right, y'all, so I just finished filming the video, but I forgot to mention fit and sizing. So if you're someone like me that has narrow feet, definitely go true to size. For me, I'm a size 10 and my toe is right here. They kind of fit perfect, so definitely go true to size again. However, if you do have wide feet, I would recommend going maybe half a size or a whole size up, just because, again, this sneaker is very narrow. So if you do have wider feet, it's gonna be kind of snug. One thing I also wanted to talk about when wearing the sneaker is how little support they have by the ankle area. So if you are someone that needs a little more support there, this sneaker is probably not the best, but still they look pretty cool, especially like with the whole like white socks and the whole cropped fit look. I feel like this goes really well. But there we have it, the Puma Speedcats in the navy colorway. Definitely a sneaker that was long overdue in my collection. However, I'm so happy that my girlfriend decided to pull the trigger and get this for me. The best girlfriend ever. Shout out to her. But now I'll hear from you guys. Even though I hype up Puma so much, I pretty much only know about the Speedcats. If there's another sneaker model in Puma that you guys suggest and recommend to everyone out there, leave a comment down below because we do want to know what other sneakers Puma has that we should try checking out. And as always, if you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button because more will be on the way. Again, these are the Puma Speedcats, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.